The views, experiences, and opinions expressed in these conversations are solely those of individuals participating in this podcast and do not necessarily reflect the views, experiences, and opinions of the University of North Georgia, faculty, administration, staff, and/or student body, or the university system of Georgia more broadly. A big aspect of college is moving into a dorm and living with new people. You often hear about the horror stories of random roommates, but that's not always the case.
The other roommate, the one I met that night, he's like my best friend in the world now.
After you move in and your parents drive off for the last time, it really sets in that this is your new life for about 9 months. Your roommates are the first people you bond with because you not only see them the most, but it's also very likely that their face is the first one you meet on campus. Random roommates or not, learning how to live with people, especially in a small space, is a learning curve for everyone. But listen in with me today as Jackson, Dominic, and Mary Clare share about roommates, social life, and so much more. I'm Catherine Brazil, and this is Underground U. Let's first begin with hearing about Dominic's expectations versus experiences.
My expectations were kind of exceeded with how fast it was going to go. I've heard people say that, college goes a lot quicker than, high school because, you have more control over it.
Okay.
But I didn't really, it didn't feel like the school semester was about to end, the first semester of college.
Yeah.
It's, 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, because, in
happening.
high school, whenever, the last 4 weeks of school was happening, you could feel it. They were crunching for, no reason, and, they were putting tons of pressure on you to get, grades up and whatnot, but, the feeling hasn't changed.
Yeah.
At least for me, it hasn't changed of the whole school semester so far. It's kind of stayed fluent and the same.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really strange that the last 2 weeks of school and everyone's still all my professors and all my classmates are still the exact same.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a thing. And for me, it's never changed. It's all of a sudden I looked up, I'm like, oh shit, we're at the end, and yeah, we're usually always on track and everything to wrap stuff up like we are in this class and everything, but it's whoa, yeah, and next week we're going to be done with this class, anyway. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what that is. Maybe it's because we don't meet every day. In high school, you go to class every day and you're just there more, I think you have a 180-day school year or whatever, so 90 days a semester. I mean, in this class we meet 30 times in the semester, so you're going a third of the time, that you would. Just like a regular public school sort of deal or whatever. So yeah, I think it, the sense of time is almost different here, right? Yeah. I mean, has that been a good thing?
I think it's been a really good thing. I mean, I haven't felt except for some nights when things are kind of heavy, a lot of stuff to do, but overall it's been a breeze. This semester just feels really calm and relaxing, and if I just do the thing I'm supposed to do that one day, even if I don't have class, or even if I have 3 classes that day, it still doesn't feel a lot because I have time to myself and time to plan and do extra credit assignments or not, or go to the store.
You are the only cadet who has said that these past 2 weeks.
I have because I do extra, so I do a lot of extra stuff in the Corps, so and I was in the actual Army before I came here. So
really?
Yeah. So I've been to basic training at AIT, so I've had a duty station. So I came here afterwards, so I get free tuition.
Yeah.
That way. So I gave up my junior and senior summers to go in between high school to go to training.
Whoa.
So the workload here, not the same. So they're all kind of freaking out.
Oh,
and,
you're on a vacation right now.
Yeah. So and I work full time in school and when I was in high school, so it's really chill here, and I don't know, I do 2 extracurricular groups inside the Corps. So right after this class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go to it's called Pine Valley. It's 10 minutes away. It's a part of the campus, and we just train till 8. So
all right, we get out of here 3:15.
I know. So we get out of here at 3:15. I have to be there at 3:20, and we just train out in the woods with
for 4.5 hours.
So today we have an academic day, so this is the freest I will be ever. And we had a FTX this past weekend, so from Friday morning.
Not free then.
At Friday morning at 5 till Sunday morning at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
I was just out in the woods doing stuff, not sleeping, not eating. So coming back here and just coming and doing this is the easiest thing in the world. So they all kind of freak out a little bit and to drag it out and be dramatic, but it's just them being them.
Yeah. So the thing you do on Tuesday, Thursday, that's voluntary?
It is.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so like, it's like a fraternity within the Corps.
Okay.
It's like their own version
Okay.
of a fraternity in the Corps.
Okay.
And so like right now I'm in like what you would consider like your pledging semester. So
Uh-huh.
I mean like I just finished. It's like there's like steps into it, and like the more you get like points. So like each like cadet is ranked on an order of merit list. It's called an OML. So the second you get here, you're put on a list with everyone in the Corps, all like 700 of us.
Yeah.
And the things that you do, like going to PT, getting good grades, and then these extracurriculars add points. So in your junior year, they get collected on that OML, and you get ranked, and that's how we get our jobs in the Army.
Oh, fuck yeah. So you want to
So-
be high up on that
so
list.
I'm starting now and like doing extracurricular stuff, so like
Yeah.
the points are already stacking out.
Yeah. Start early. So what sort of stuff do y'all do out?
So we do platoon squad tactics. So
Okay.
it's like it's just infantrymen stuff. So it's like going through the woods with like a ruck and a compass, and like finding your objective and assaulting through the objective, and like just completing mission after mission. So this weekend we did 16 lanes of 3 hours apiece. So every 3 hours we were conducting a mission, and like you go through the whole process. Like you receive the mission through like the radio, and it's like 20 of us were in the group we were with this weekend. We just have a radio, and we're just out there by ourselves. And like higher up sends out a mission. We give it a good copy, and then we write it down. We make a plan. We make a route movement, and like we'll move through like the valley. We'll in place. We'll set up recon, and then like we'll assault through, collect information. That'll give us the next mission, and we just did that for like 60 hours, just nonstop. And
Sounds
then,
kind of cool, though. I mean,
No,
exhausting and
it's
whatnot.
pretty cool.
But...
So I had a good time. I mean, you know, I'm pretty beat up about it. Like,
Yeah.
it was rough, but I had a good time. You know, get this, and we get provided with the real weapons with blanks. So like the 240 and machine
cool.
gun, like 249, and like actual sim grenades. So we get to do
get the
like,
actual weight and everything
we
of
get
them,
the
like
actual
going
weight, and we
around.
get to
and-
actually fire them.
Yeah.
And like do the cool stuff, like blow stuff up.
Yeah.
So with very minimal supervision from the actual, from the actual school itself. So I don't know. It was pretty fun.
So some of the explosive things are real?
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah.
You know, if you're out there, it's not terrorists, it's us.
Yeah.
it's just us running through the woods. So
Yeah, I feel like we're pretty safe here, you know,
Yeah.
with y'all and everything around and everything.
I don't know,
Like,
we
I
were
feel pretty
Friday
secure.
morning. We were in the parking lot and we had to test fire all the weapons because there's an armory on campus. I don't know if
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But there's an armory on campus with real weapons
Yeah.
on it, and you test fire them before you take them out with the blanks, and like people's cars were going off.
That's
So, like,
awesome.
So
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. So I feel like you like it. You like it,
I
like
do.
the
So my oldest sister, she's in the Corps. She's been in the Corps for the past, so she's a senior now,
cool.
and you know, she kind of led me here. And
Oh yeah, you're following those footsteps. Yeah,
following
you've
the-
written
following
about
the
that.
footsteps.
Yeah.
So, but the only difference between me and her is, you know, I went into the National Guard beforehand, so I have like a little more training.
Yeah.
And like I've been to 4 like actual Army installations and like lived there for like up to 6-7 weeks at a time. So I've had a little bit of a taste of it.
Yeah.
And like, you know, when you're on the clock 24 hours a day for up to 12 weeks at a time, coming here and being here for
Oh yeah,
an
you're
hour,
feeling great.
hour 15
Yeah.
minutes, pretty chill.
That's cool. All right, we're gonna circle back to some of that stuff, but you know, what did I ask? Oh yeah, expectations versus reality, whatnot.
Yeah, so you know, coming here, I didn't really expect anything to be much different, like academically.
Yeah.
I didn't expect any classes to be harder. The teachers all throughout, like even like since middle school, like once you get to college, it's gonna be so hard. The classes you gotta like really lock in, and they just like really over exaggerate. I didn't expect that to be true. Like
Yeah.
I have my same struggles, my same weaknesses, and like strengths at the same time. So you know, school, the classes themselves have been pretty much how I expected.
Yeah.
The thing that I was really worried about and what I was more focused on coming here in August was socially.
Mhm.
Because I've always been like not too social.
Yeah.
Like for the most part, like I don't really hang out with people. I have friends in school and whatever, like in high school, but I never really took my time to go hang out with people outside of school.
Yeah.
But I knew living on campus I would have to,
Yeah.
or else like you know I wouldn't have a life here at all.
Right.
But I was like worried that I wasn't gonna be able to find friends too easily. You know, I moved in here that day. I think it was August 10th, and my mom and my grandparents, they helped me move in, and it was like fun. But then the second they left, I was like terrified.
You feeling
like, what
it?
do I do now? Who do I talk to until I go home in 2 months?
Who do I talk to for the next 2 months?
I don't know. I was worried.
Yeah.
But I met my roommate later that night.
So you didn't know?
I didn't know. He was random. I have 2 roommates.
Yeah.
One of them we don't talk to. Like really, he's just we're different people.
Yeah.
But
that's fine.
The other roommate, the one I met that night, he's like my best friend in the world now.
Good.
And through him, like there was a few people that he knew, like 1 or 2 that he knew from before moving in here. That we don't hang out with them too often, but I still consider them my friends. Yeah. But him and I, we stick together, and we've made so many friends together.
Yeah.
Basically everyone I know here, except like I have like one small group because I work for the basketball team. I'm like one of the student managers.
Oh, cool.
So there's 4 other ones. Those are like the only friends of mine here that I didn't meet through my roommate or like with him. But like basically that's like for him. Like, I don't know where I'd be without my roommate, Davis, because he's in the next class, 330.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that's my roommate that I'm talking about.
He's cool.
I don't know where I'd be without him, and, like, socially, he kind of just saved me, and I never really want to be in my room now. I'm always going, looking to hang out with whoever, which is something I never expected.
Is he pretty, like, outgoing, or is he, kind of, I don't know, more like you, I guess, y'all just kind of figured it out together and like, okay, we have 2 now. We have a number and we're gonna go.
He's not like super duper social. Like, there's some things that I want to do where he's like, there's no way. Yeah. Like one time, it was like maybe the second week of school, they were doing like a karaoke thing. Yeah. On the drill field, and I was like, let's go do that for fun. I'm shy, but like stuff like that, just like it's fun just to do it and then just like forget about it. It's just fun in the moment. He's like, no way. Yeah. But he has more friends, I'd say. Like at home, he did. He doesn't really struggle to find people that he really connects with on a deep level, but like I think me being around him has kind of had the same effect as him being around me,
So you didn't know like anybody coming up here?
The only person, like I've seen like maybe 2 people from my high school that I recognize, but like that's just like I didn't even know they were coming here until I saw them around. Not really my friends, just people I recognize. My stepbrother, he's not here yet, but he's our age. He's gonna be a cadet, but right now he's in a boot camp, so he won't be here till next semester. Yeah. He's the only person that like I knew that was gonna be coming here. Yeah. He convinced me to come here. The fact that he was going to be here is the only reason I even committed to coming here. I'm like, at least I'll have someone. I love him. He's like my best friend. Like, I haven't seen him since June. Yeah. And I don't live with him, but every time I'm over there, he is like my best friend. We just bond so much more than, like, I wouldn't say I bond with him more than I bond with my real brother. Yeah. But definitely him and I bond more than him and my real brother bond together. Yeah. But that's why I committed here. That was like my plan. There was no turning back. And then he told me that he wasn't even going to be here the first semester. And that really scared me.
Bummed, right?
Yeah. When I heard that, I was like, you're joking, right? He's like, no. And I don't know. It was like the same feeling. Like, I thought I was going to be safe around him. Right. I would always have someone to talk to. This was back when I thought that I wasn't going to make friends. But, it's fine. I have plenty of friends now. When he's here next semester, it's going to be awesome. I'll introduce him to all my friends. Yeah.
Who knows how different it may have been had he, been here,
Absolutely,
had y'all gotten here at the same time.
For sure. Like, I mean, I would have met my roommate, obviously, but I don't know if I would have gone out of my way to meet all the people that he met, which is like, it's like, that's my world right now, is this friend group that I have right now. I don't have much of a life at home, just my family, my household family. I have like one friend that I mean, I used to hang out with him a lot, but it's kind of been different the past like year. Yeah. But like my friends here, they're my life, and if Julian, that's my stepbrother, if he came here when I did, that might not even exist. Yeah. It's hard to think about, but everything works out the way it's supposed to, and
you just don't know it at the time. Exactly. Sometimes, you come in here and you're like, oh shit, how am I gonna meet me? How am I gonna, what am I gonna do? Is this the right decision even or whatever? And then things just kind of unfold sometimes.
It's weird to think about though, because like everyone, they always have like worries, like upcoming worries, and like they always think stuff like something isn't gonna work out.
Yeah.
But like my whole life, every time I've done anything new, that's been my mindset, and then it all works out. And you think eventually, after 18 years of being alive, you think I'd make the realization like it will work out, but you still like you have those worries. It's just every time. I don't think it'll ever end.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, but it is all working out. And
do you feel like a different person since you've been here?
Not really. Yeah. Like I'm always me, because when I had friends in high school, like it was like sophomore year was the only year I really went out outside of school to hang out with people. I feel like I wasn't being myself, because the majority of my life has been like, how people are different, like it's like a stereotype. Everyone's different at home versus they are not at home.
Yeah.
The majority of my life has been like my home personality. Yeah. Because I never really did much. So I feel like coming here, I made it my home so quickly. Yeah. And I met the people, and like they're all just like lovely people. I don't even know how to explain it. Like honestly, unlike any relationship I've ever had. Yeah. So I didn't even have to change my personality because of how much and how quickly it felt like home. But I feel like I'm still me and who I've always been around them.
Yeah, you get to college and it's just a different dynamic though, because you're not at home, and y'all are kind of in this world of kind of no rules, sort of deal, where you can just kind of be whoever you are and find your people and go and do whatever, and so it's like you do kind of become close with people in that way. That's cool. All right. You up? Expectation versus reality.
I didn't really have any expectations. I did not want to go to college. No. I have my EMS certification. Okay. So I told my mom I wanted to go ahead and get like a job in there and finish my nursing, like, I don't know, something. Yeah. And she was helping me pay for my college, so she was like, no, that's not what I want you to do. So we agreed I'd come to UNG for a year, because I'd already been accepted for dual enrollment. Okay. And then we'd see how I like it. And then I switched majors like 5 times. Yeah. But like overall, because I didn't know what I wanted to do for so long, and I don't like getting my hopes up about things, I just tend not to make assumptions. Okay. And so I didn't really have any assumptions about campus. I was just more like waiting. I had like expectations of what life would be like, but without, I don't know, like expectations without expectations.
Yeah. Do you have any expectations now?
Not really. Yeah, we know, I like to not show up to class. But, I don't know, I think at first I realized how much freedom I had. Yeah, it's cool. And it's different though, because when I was in high school, my parents got divorced. And so my mom was like, she was dating again, and my younger sisters and siblings below me, they're like 4 years. Okay. And so I just like, I had the freedom to do things, because they'd go back and forth between my dad and my mom. Yeah. But I stayed with my mom, and she'd go on trips, and I'd just be home alone. So I was like, I feel like it'll be fine, like I kind of got a glimpse of what life was like without like having my mom around. But it is a lot different in college. Like, it's that freedom that I felt before, but still like more freedom than that. Like, I still don't have my mom like breathing down my neck anymore.
Right. Like, you live here on campus, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
like I skip class, she can't be like,
no, nobody knows. Yeah. Like, that's, and like, if you don't do an assignment, like, nobody knows.
I know, like, I've traveled out of state like multiple times, and it's weird. And
Did you go anywhere cool? Did you do anything fun?
I went to South Carolina.
Okay.
I went to Alabama. Yeah. I went to North Carolina,
Just like on whims, like, hey, let's go on a
whims,
trip?
Yeah. I went to South Carolina with my friend to go visit her boyfriend, who's actually at the Citadel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible place?
It's awful. It's awful.
What's bad about it?
Like, it's so strict, like, and it's only a military school, so, like,
Yeah.
everybody there's a cadet.
Yeah.
And, like, they just have, like, a lot more rules. Like, he has to eat in a certain way. He can't, like, look down when he's eating. He has
Eat
to look
in a
at
certain way.
Yeah. Like, so
Ooh.
you can only lift your fork up, and then you can only move it to your mouth, and you have to move it forward. You have to move it back to your plate.
Oh, I couldn't do that. Yeah.
We'll go there and come here.
Yeah.
Oh man. Ooh. So do you think I don't know, like the past like, however long at home did help in some ways you kind of adjusting to this life, or do you think it's almost like, it could prepare you for the amount of freedom that you had here?
I honestly, in the moment, I didn't, like, I knew it would help me later in life.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't, like, happy about the freedom I had. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a very, like, family-oriented person.
Yeah.
And after the divorce, just having
Yeah.
everybody split up and my older siblings got married, like, I was the oldest at home.
Yeah.
So for a while, I was just, like, I almost, like, resented it in a way.
Yeah,
Because
I
I was
get that.
like, I mean, I'm given freedom, but I was like, but, like, at the same time, I'm not.
Right.
Like, my mom's not here, but at the same time, I'd still have the, like, responsibilities to take care of my siblings or to, like, take them places or pick them up from school.
Yeah.
And, like, while it was cool to, like, kind of, like, play make-believe, like, oh, like, this is what my life will be like when I'm married and have kids, like, it still wasn't, like, the type of freedom that, like, you want to live every day.
Yeah. So you came here at some point as a dual enrollment student?
I did not come here.
Okay.
I was online, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I took some online courses.
But that's how you kind of ultimately ended up here, is you had that association
it was
with
accepted, so I was
Yeah.
like, I'll just see how that goes. My mom went here.
Yeah.
So.
Do you like? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's. I've always liked it. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
Like, but for a while, there's just all of these, like, community events that we have and things for the students to do, but they don't advertise them. And then, like, some of them are, like, for sororities and frats.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, it was hard to, like, figure out what am I gonna do, like, now that I'm done with school.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a car. And,
Okay.
like, my roommates do and, like, my friends do. But, like, honestly, these past 2 weeks, I met just some random people in my dorm. And now it's, like, half the dorm hangs out every night. And, yeah.
That's probably good then, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
You got a little community going?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. So what pathway are you on now? Are you still, like, nursing, or was that...
No.
Is that, yeah.
I went from nursing through a lot of other things. We'll skip through
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
To now I'm history with a minor of anthropology.
Okay.
So I'm going to transfer to UGA and make anthropology my major and history my minor.
Okay, to a little swap of the...
swap. They don't have a big enough program here for anthropology to be.
For anthropology? Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right, we got to go back to whatever you did kind of leading up to being here. So you mentioned you've already been through basic training.
Yeah, so in between, I graduated, like, end of junior year, I left, like, immediately, and I went to Fort Jackson in South Carolina, and then I went to Fort Moore in Georgia, and I was there for 13 weeks doing basic training.
So like that whole summer, basically?
That whole summer leading into the whole first month of August, so I missed the first half of the first month of my senior year, and then I came back, and I actually skipped graduation.
Mm-hmm.
I left early again, like 4 weeks early, to Fort Jackson again for a couple weeks, and then to Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri. And I just drove the big Army trucks and, did that stuff for like 10 weeks. And then I came here the Sunday before school started, and started school on Monday.
So why did you decide to go ahead and do like basic training and stuff?
It's just, it was a money thing. Like, they've just, the job I have offers a pretty large bonus, as well as like 100% tuition assist, like, paid for.
Yeah.
And then, like, just all the other benefits that I get from having, like, that certificate on my thing. Because once I come here, like, in the start of the next school year, I'll sign another contract that'll void any commitments I have prior. So I signed an 8-year contract
Okay.
to be in the National Guard, but then it'll void. But while I'm here, I get to use all those benefits. So I'm kind of like cheating the system
Okay.
to steal all their money.
It's
And then I'll void that contract, and I'll have no obligation to pay off any of the debt I acquire
right,
through the Army.
but not really.
But
yeah,
not really
not
at
really
all.
acquire. Yeah.
And then I'll have, a new car and education paid for, and I will be on my way. And it gave me 12 credit hours doing those things. The schools I went to while I was like doing that, it's called TRADOC. It's like training doctrine, blah blah blah. But while I was in TRADOC, they gave me 12 like college credit hours that transferred here, and then
So, like, what did it fulfill? What is it?
so like the Corps has like PT requirements, and since I'm a cadet, like I get random credit hours for random things, like marksmanship counts as like 3 credit hours, and like there's like fill in the blank ones for like any extracurricular activity you could do. So like some people take like, I don't know, like anything like sports medicine. Like I got a credit for like something like one of those like minors because they teach you how to run while you're there, and that counts as a credit. What? And so I took there was an 8-hour finance class, like straight 8 hours of finance, and so I got 3 credit hours for that. So it's just like random things, but like the school can input them through I forget what it's called, but
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's good. Like
yeah,
that's.
I mean, it worked out for me, but yeah, it was just like to get a head start on money. And then,
yeah, that makes sense.
It just because my sister she took out, well, she didn't take out, she received like a national RTC grant, whatever, and that's what most people take to come here is they just take out this they don't take it out, but they get awarded this this scholarship that promises 3-4 years full tuition paid for, but they get burned on the back end because they don't get it until you complete the semester. Because the Army's cheap and they're not going to pay you beforehand, they're going to pay you after you complete it.
So you still have to take out.
Yeah, you have to pay for it up front. So she would have to pay, the $10,000 to be here,
right, and
then complete the semester, and then she get it back, and then she could start up. And I didn't have that money to do that, so this was just kind of getting on top of everything.
But it kind of the other way, not the way you did, but the other way, it kind of all evens out. That like zeroes out basically.
It all evens out, but like you still acquire debt because not a lot of people have the money to do that starting each semester.
Just starting, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I had no idea. So was your plan always to come here though, like since your sister a few years ahead of you was already here or whatever?
It wasn't always my plan. I didn't make that decision till like the start of my junior year actually.
Okay.
I just always kind of just wanted to escape the house, and so
homeschooling and whatnot.
And so I always just wanted to escape the house, and saying going into the Army is the easiest thing you can do.
Yeah.
It's very stereotypical, but just saying it, it's a blanket statement. You get to run away, no one can stop you, and so that was my plan. That wasn't my sister's plan, but then life happens, and my mom became a single mom when I was 12, and so we got to stop homeschooling, going to public school, and then everyone's plans changed. So me, my older sister, and my younger brother, who's going to be here next year, we're all doing the same plan. We're going to come through here, get money from it, get free education, and then after we fulfill our commitment to the Army and the Corps, we'll decide what we want to do, with our actual lives.
Yeah.
But we're just getting a strong base layer of finance and education first.
Heck, a good experience for sure. Yeah, that's cool. How'd you get here?
My mom drove me in her Jeep Compass. Yeah, so basically what I was talking about earlier, I didn't have a plan. Yeah. Basically since I was since I started school in kindergarten, it was always just KSU.
Oh.
Live at home, go to KSU because the Kennesaw campus is 20 minutes away from my house. The Marietta campus is also 20 minutes. I'm right in between.
Yeah.
Reasons I didn't really want to do anything else. Just live at home, go to KSU, and there was nothing that influenced my decision to come here, other than my stepbrother being, "Hey, it's a beautiful campus. Come here."
It is.
And it was honestly just a very impulsive, spontaneous decision.
Yeah.
When he first said it, I kind of laughed it off. I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
But then one random day at school, I was just talking to him and I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? Why not? And I went on my computer and I accepted it, just because I'm someone who doesn't really try new things a lot.
Yeah.
But I know this is these are the years of my life where the easiest to change things about you that you want to change.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to start doing different things eventually, so I just did it. Didn't know how it was gonna go. I didn't know if it was the right decision, but it was just impulsive. I did it, and here I am.
Nice. Did you apply anywhere else?
Yeah, I applied to here, ASU, and Georgia College, and I got into all of them. Georgia College was never really
Far away-ish.
It was far. It was probably it's the furthest out of all
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
You know, the only thing with Georgia College is it would be like 30 minutes from where my grandparents live. So if I went there, I probably I'd say 50-50 if I lived with them or if I lived on campus.
Yeah.
But I didn't really consider that one at all. You know, we took a visit up there last spring, like 2023.
Yeah.
I don't know why my mom just wanted to do it, but like in my head, it was never going to be that. It was going to be KSU or here.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I just accepted it. And there was no turning back when I did that.
There you are.
And,
Yeah.
I was worried for a long time, but
No, it's worked out
here I
though.
am. Yeah.
That's good. Has anything been like particularly difficult this semester? You know, you kind of mentioned, you know, the kind of worry coming into this, you know, about like social stuff, but like since you've been here, has anything been like, you know, particularly challenging?
You know, the only thing that comes to my mind is I'm like the only person in my entire friend group who doesn't have a car.
Oh, yeah.
And like I was saying, like they're my whole world. They're all I'm doing ever is like if I'm not in class, is just hanging out with them.
Yeah.
But they all go home every weekend. And I live 2 hours away. My mom's car is like broken.
Yeah.
So I'm always just alone here every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
You know, my roommate Davis, he said he's gonna start staying here more often because his dad like moved to Las Vegas.
Oh, shit.
And the reason he kept going home is because like his mom was moving into a different apartment or something. And
Yeah.
so like all that is finally done. Like his mom just moved and his dad just moved.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like need to go home to help with them anymore.
Yeah.
So he said he'll start like staying.
I'll
much
tell
every
him to
weekend.
stay.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
think,
appreciated.
I think
He'll
he's
be here
coming today. Yeah, I'll tell him to stay.
But yeah, I mean that's been it. I always just like call my mom every Friday night. Cause I try to call her as much as I can. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And my answer is the same every time.
Well.
I'm like, what was I doing last Friday night and last Saturday night? Nothing, because
Yeah.
no one's here. It's not just my friend group. Like this campus is honestly so empty every
don't know
weekend.
why.
There's no one here
I don't
ever.
know why.
So
It's
nice.
pretty peaceful. it's peaceful,
So freaking nice.
but it can get boring.
There's no lines.
No, it's so nice. I don't agree with you at all.
Well, some of y'all are living the dream.
I love it
Annoying
here.
people at the gym.
It sounds like you're loving everything, but
Oh,
has
I'm
anything
living it here.
been particularly challenging this semester?
I mean,
No.
I don't know.
You're living the dream.
Things like there are a couple of hard days here and there, and like, you know, things are annoying. There was this program that I was in for the first month of school while we were here. We had to get up at like 3 a.m. to go just like learn how to exercise. It was called RAMP. It was like readiness, like ability movement program. That was criminal. That was awful. But everything else after that, it just, you know, things make sense. Things make sense to me. I'll do them. If I do them, I'll be happy about it. So I'm pretty, you know, I'm here for a reason.
Yeah.
And so like everything's leading up to that, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid to be here, and I'm just chilling.
I like it. I like it. Challenging? Anything?
Anything challenging?
Yeah.
You don't want to know how I got here?
Let's talk. Yeah, I thought we addressed it, but if not,
No. I mean, I guess that's basically how I got here. I'm just saying, like.
yeah.
Anything challenging? I guess the only problem with having so much freedom is sometimes I don't have anyone to keep me in check.
Yeah.
So yeah, like classes wise, there was a period of absences.
Have you learned how to keep yourself in check?
Yeah, I think I have. I think I'm still working on it, but
Yeah.
I think I've got it.
What'd you do that was like different, like to kind of help
What did I do?
regulate yourself?
I
Yeah.
spent a whole Sunday working 11 hours catching up on my 7 missing assignments from this class. That's what I did. That's yeah.
Nice. I'll take that. There you go. We got a few minutes. I had asked some folks this last week, and I asked earlier today, and I really like how things kind of went, and I'm just interested in what y'all care about, I guess. So when I started these the recordings last week, it was Tuesday and it was election day. So I started asking, folks off the cuff, like, oh yeah, like what are your thoughts on that or whatever. And so even though that was a week ago, I'd still like to hear if y'all are cool talking about it or whatever. And again, anything you do or don't want to say is fine. I'm not looking for any particular answer. I'm just looking for, whatever y'all are, thinking about. And particularly since y'all are, of age, I guess, for the first time to participate in such activities, if you did or did not, whatever, it's cool. I didn't vote in my first election when I was 18. Okay, it's whatever. But I'm always just kind of interested to see what y'all's take on any of this is or whatever, and if you did vote, just like what was important to you in terms of like informing that decision, I guess. So we'll start here if that's cool. If whatever you want to say.
I tend to stay out of politics.
Mm-hmm.
I have my opinions, but I think just because based off of how I see how other people react, like having a big family, I'm obviously going to have like people who are like, more democratic or more like conservative.
Yeah.
And so I kind of stay out of it. I don't like conflict already, and then it's just everybody always talks about respect for each other, but no one ever really does respect each other. And I just kind of I'm like, we're gonna go in circles. Yeah. So for me, I haven't registered to vote yet. Yeah. Like I didn't vote. But in the end, just opinion-wise, I feel like everybody does a little wrong to get where they are.
Sure.
And it's not based on the wrongs that they've done for who's better for our country, but just who we think overall would help in general, the people and what's best for us. And I don't really think it depends on the side and stuff like that. Just it's we the people, so.
Yeah. I gotcha. Cool.
For me, it was kind of weird because, being able to vote for the first time, I started to think back on all the major elections I can remember, and how because my parents were pretty political growing up, and they would always election night. My mom was always just on edge, just
watching.
If this doesn't happen, we're so screwed, and you don't even know.
Get all worked up,
and then I just remember, we've been living with the same president for the past 4 years, and I don't remember anything. People obviously if you pay attention to the news, you care about that stuff, you'll you'll be informed and you'll want to talk about it to people, but people our age, unless you find someone who's super zealous about it, we don't care. It's nothing super major has happened. Obviously, you can complain about the economy and things like that, but I don't know, especially just being in the era of since 2016 was the biggest one I can remember. Obviously, after the first year, people tend to just the same things are getting repeated again. Yeah. So to me, it really didn't matter, and especially because it was kind of a repeat election, a way to speak. Yeah. It kind of just felt like the same thing was happening again. It didn't weigh too heavy on me. I realized in 6 months we're probably not going to remember this unless something giant happens, But it just the cycle keeps turning because people have been having the same argument since the first time you voted. Yeah. People were just oh, we're so screwed if this happens, and we're still here. So when
it's become a little more animated over the past it definitely has several years, but but
that's all I've known, and so
that's
all I've known. So to me, it just the game of politics is such a crazy thing, especially hearing my friends the weekend before it was election day, being oh, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, my parents are making me come home and vote. Yeah. I'm just okay, that's a large majority of what's happening to people my age. Is just and that's what happened with me. My mom called me.
Parents are making me
vote. And I was absolutely. I didn't. I didn't. I told her I did. I took a screenshot of a fake sticker, sent it to her because I don't consider myself that informed on it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to pretend to be that person. So, and it's,
I like it. Yeah. Right on.
All right. Well, I'll just start out by saying I did not vote.
Hey, 3 for 3.
I
That is the first time that's happened so far.
I will say that I wanted to vote.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say which side, but I'm very passionate about one side.
Okay.
But I couldn't because I live 2 hours away. I didn't have a car.
And you didn't, yeah.
It was a little upsetting, but whatever. Yeah, but basically, like, same as he's been saying, like, ever since I can remember, the first election I remember was Obama's
Second?
last term.
Yeah.
The one against, I think it was Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney,
right?
yeah.
I don't remember a lot because I was 4 years old or whatever. Maybe
Don't tell me that.
a
No.
little 6. I don't know. 6 years old, I think. I don't remember much, but what I do remember about politics growing up is my mom was on one side, and then my dad, like my mom and dad have been divorced like since like I can remember. Like I think I was 2, so like it's different households, but like my mom was on one side, and then my oldest brother, my grandparents, and my dad were on the other side.
Yeah.
And they would always just argue. Not even during like campaigns, like kind of like
Just,
random times.
just always.
Yeah. And that just made me hate politics. I didn't have a side like till very recently. But like I would hear anything political come up, and I would just cover my ears and go la la la, or I'll like leave the room.
What changed that? If you're
I think it's just the fact that I actually had like a say.
Okay.
So I paid attention more, and media is just very in our face.
Yeah.
So it can change someone's opinion, or develop an opinion for them.
Yeah.
And that's just what happened to me. It was probably like no more than 2 years ago is when I started being into politics.
Yeah.
And just there's just so much going on. Like you said, it's been very animated these past 3 elections. It's like he said too. Like it's all we remember. We can't.
That is. I didn't think about it like that. That's crazy though.
Like we see clips on TikTok between Mitt Romney and Obama, or whoever before then. They're like so polite to each other.
Oh yeah.
But like all we remember is Clinton versus Trump, and Biden versus Trump, and Harris versus Trump, and it's just
icky, like weird.
It's them challenging each other through golf, and and Trump calling Hillary a dog. Like it's just crazy. But I don't know. I'm a little excited in a weird way that I actually have an opinion now.
Yeah.
Because I used to just ignore it. I knew it wasn't a good thing because I do have a voice for this country. I live in this country where I'm represented by the government.
Yeah.
So I should have a say. But I didn't want to have a say. But now I do. It's a good feeling to have an opinion.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think I came around to something kind of like that too when I was younger or whatever. My parents weren't really, political or that into it or whatever. And so like I kind of grew up being like, not, kind of apathetic towards it. And then started just kind of like, learning more on my own and stuff like that. Okay. It like made me want to participate.
Yeah. And I didn't like politics, like I've been saying. But I've always lived with my mom. And to me, when I was younger, she was just right about everything. So her side, even though I didn't enjoy talking about it, I didn't actually know what was going on. Her side was just the right side because it was my mom. And every time my dad tried to talk to me about something, my grandparents never tried to push it upon me. It was just I was around them, they were talking about it with someone else. But my dad would try to talk about it, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you're wrong, but whatever. What do I know? And I'm not going to say which side is which, but now I'm on the opposite side my mom's on.
Okay.
And I'm on it's that opinion. It's kind of made me realize too, past few years, I don't know how many years, 3 or 4 years, it made me realize very clearly my mom isn't right about everything. Yeah. It's just what you think as a kid. Yeah. Whatever parent you're around the most, or if you're around both parents, they're like superheroes. They know what's best for you and what's best for everything.
And you're becoming your own person now,
For sure.
kind of getting your own opinions, and everything. So cool.
Branching out in college is something a lot of people like Jackson might not expect to do, but really end up enjoying it. It sounds intimidating being away from home, but like he said, it all works out and it allows you to grow in different ways being around different people. The other thing that college brings is change, and as Mary Clare said, it brings freedom. Having responsibility in college is something that is common to struggle with. Putting good people around you and having a solid roommate goes a long way in college as far as the transition goes. Enjoy the freedom, but don't lose sight of the goals you have have in college. As always, thank you for joining me as we heard from another great batch of students. I'm Catherine Brazil, and this is Underground U.